so Tuesday the 16th of June. This is the first day where Parliament is going to be back more or less to normal, so all the MPs can come into the chamber if they want, and so a lot of our distancing restrictions have been dropped. We'll start off with questions to ministers. Tamati Coffey to the Minister of Finance about the reports on the economy and its response to COVID-19. Todd Mallard to the Prime Minister about systems and competence to grow jobs and the economy. Ginny Anderson to the Minister for the Environment about fast-track consenting. Paul Goldsmith to the Minister of Finance about government spending. Judith Collins to the Minister of Economic Development about infrastructure projects. Mark Patterson to the Minister for Regional Economic Development about the Provincial Growth Fund. Michael Woodhouse to the Minister of Health about the Health and Disability System Review. Todd McClay to the Minister of Tourism about the Tourism Recovery Fund. Deborah Russell to the Minister of Revenue about end-of-year assessments for taxpayers. Chris Bishop to the Minister of Transport about light rail. Shane Retty to the Minister of Employment about employment programs. And Liz Cray to the Minister of Health about the Health and Disability Systems Review. Today's going to be a little bit unusual. We're going to have an extended sitting, which means that Parliament will run through to 10 o'clock tonight, and then we'll come back at 9 o'clock in the morning and go through till 1 o'clock. But mixed in with that will be a period of urgency to allow the fast track consenting bill to get its first reading later on today. But first of all, we'll have the end of the second reading of the appropriation bill, the budget bill, the supplementary estimates bill, which is the first reading, nothing extra there. The third reading of the climate change response bill in the name of James Shaw, then the fast track consenting bill, and then we'll go on to the Arms Legislation Committee stages, the electoral registration of sentenced prisoners amendment bill, the second reading continued of the land transport rail amendment bill, the privacy bill third reading, and if we have time, the mental health and wellbeing commission bill third reading. So there's quite a big stack of work as the Parliament tries to catch up with some of the work that we missed during the COVID period. So today is the first day, it's a long day, and it's part of a 3-week session.